So, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, great day, good evening, konnichiwa, hello, wherever you are. I am coming to you today to talk to you about some things that I am getting excited about. One of them is YouTube and being over 50. So, the reality is, I remember when I was 40 years old and I said by 50, I want to be completely retired. I want to be able to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it without asking for permission from somebody else. I mean, you think about it. I personally myself have been working since I was 16 years old, and working since I was 16 really gave me a lot of perspective about a lot of things. Number one, it made me aware that I sure as hell did not want to work for somebody for the rest of my life. And as I have journeyed through my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, and now I'm in my mid 50s, I'll be 55 in a matter of 45 days. I'm very thankful to God for that because I know a lot of people that did not make it. And so, with that being said, my mindset completely has changed, and I am clearly doing things different on purpose for multiple reasons. And YouTube is a part of my lifestyle change and plan. I've been on YouTube for probably since about 2008 or 2012 or something like that. And at first, I just thought it was just something to do. You get in on trends and you see how things happen, and YouTube kind of happened for me. My sons were young at the time, and I just wanted to just upload their experiences, their life, and all of that, and make sure that I can come back to it and view it, which I have been able to do. Some of the videos I've put on private because they're like really personal, and then some of them I'm like, hey, make them public, and I did. The thing that I love about YouTube is, number one, is that you are literally documenting your life from start to finish. And we all know we're not going to be here forever. And so YouTube, all of the social media platforms that give you advantage of sharing your life story in video, I think it's a win because somebody will always have something to reference about you, what you said, what you did, and even you as you get older, your kids, your legacy. And so a couple of reasons why I think this is the perfect time if you are any age, but particularly over 50, why you should be posting some type of video, some type of documentation, not only for you, your kids, but your grandkids and your legacy to carry on. Literally, we have a lot of experience. I know I have worked, as I told you, since I was 16. So everything that I share is either something I've been through, something I'm going through. And I think that's valuable information, not only for perhaps maybe somebody that is in their 50s, definitely for somebody that's in their 40s, 30s, and 20s that are just beginning life. What you have to say is very important. Let's talk about why many people don't take the risk and start a YouTube channel. Number one, they care too much about what other people say. I was that person, and in some instances, I still am. A lot of times people that we know, they don't necessarily support us in our dreams and our journey. And I think that most of us, a lot of people, if that's not you, then you know somebody that is. But most people look for the approval, the applause, the stamp of authenticity from other people. And instead of seeking that from within, from God, and then just not giving a damn and validating, people validating us. I think that's the number one reason why people don't jump on YouTube or other platforms. They consistently watch, become a consumer. And in this journey of my life, I decided to stop doing all that crap because I just don't give a darn anymore. And I think again, I have to share, if it's not for somebody else, at least it's going to be for my legacy, my kids, my grandkids. At least they'll be able to go back and say, look what grandma said, or look what mom said back, when I can't do this anymore. And so fear really stifles us from living out our potential, really giving us a say-so and a stamp on who we are and what we have to share with other people and this world. as I mentioned, you have a lot to share. You probably don't think you do, but on a regular basis, I'm sure you're doing something that somebody needs to know, or somebody has a question about, or somebody may be confused about. Your clarity in sharing with them how you do it, what you do, why you should do it, can really change someone's life. Y'all, I literally find myself watching YouTube more than I watch TV, more than I do anything. When I'm stationary, when I'm bored, I don't watch TV. I go straight to YouTube. You know why? Because this YouTube, it literally is a university for many people. For those who never went to school, you can learn a lot of things on YouTube. Some of it will help you do some different things, to learn some different things. But a lot of times people just watch and they don't apply. So if you are that person that wants to change your life, start a business, start a YouTube channel, or to do something different in your life, travel, find a different skill for a new job or anything of that sort, YouTube University is your place to be. And it's free for most instances. So that's a really good thing, why I think people need to, especially over 50, need to explore the options of sharing your story. Any age, share your story, because you never know how it can change someone else's life. The cool aspect about creating content on YouTube is that it really keeps you creative. It keeps your mind flowing. It keeps you involved in community, in building a community. Y'all, I'm out of breath. I just walked all the way down a hill and back up, and I'm out of breath. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's all that matters. One thing for me, aging after 50, is that I want to be in shape. You know, I'm a small frame person. However, I got a gut that won't go nowhere. I also like to eat, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm eating clean and eating the right foods. As a diabetic, one thing that I've noticed, if I eat after a certain time, my blood sugars are extremely elevated in the morning. So in the evening time, I don't even feel like working out. So what I've instituted in my life is getting up in the morning at least 3 to 4 times a week. I mean, four times a day, and going for a 2-mile walk. I do some other things around the house, but walking for me, exercising, works better in the morning. I don't know what it is. It gets me started on my day. It makes me feel better. It's my time with God. I can just kind of take in the sun, let it pop on this melon, you see, and get my suntan and my vitamin D. So over 50, for me, I can't speak for everybody, but I've had to take things, bone supplements and all of that, because I don't drink milk. I drink almond, oat, hemp, and sometimes soy. Those are pretty much it. But I have to add some type of vitamin D, which I take the D3. And this is just for me. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. It's giving me more energy. It's also giving me more vitality in my life, my skin, and all of that. Yes, I'm still out of breath, y'all. So I think that as you age, you have to incorporate what works for you. I really don't like taking medication, so I try to do the healthiest form of everything that I need to do. And that involves changing your diet, your lifestyle, as relates to your diet, what you put in your body as far as food is concerned, and then what you put in your mind. Because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of times what we put in our mind really fuels our body. It tells us what we can and cannot do, how we can and cannot do it. But if you listen to the right things in the morning, motivation, inspiration, encouragement, prayer, hell, that's the first thing, prayer. I get up every morning, and for the last, I would say, month, I literally have been on this spiritual journey of my whole body, my whole self. And I'm very proud to say that I'm so happy with the results. So stay tuned for the rest of my day. So let's talk about being over 50 and really having to push yourself. I mean, really having to push yourself. Sometimes, you know, one thing that I think about on a regular basis is that, you know, I'm getting older, but I'm not going to let age stop me or keep me from living my best life. I try my best to eat healthy on a daily basis. As I stated, oatmeal, I try to make sure I have some of that at least once or twice a week. I typically put it in my smoothie. Kind of gives me energy. Peanut butter, I need that protein, you guys. As a diabetic, as much protein as I can get in my body is a good kudos for me. Protein really sustains all sorts of things, and yeah, so I put it in my smoothie because I know I'm gonna get it if I eat some peanut butter. I don't drink milk because milk makes me sick all my life. Nothing has changed in regards to that, but I drink almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, hemp milk, and then I always mix all my smoothies with water. Why do I mix it with water? Because I, again, need those fluids in my body, and then sometimes that milk is a little thick and the water kind of subsides it a little bit. So as a YouTuber as well as a real estate broker, I'm always looking at real estate when I'm out walking. Look at this beautiful home. I remember when it caught on fire and the devastation for the family. It's been a couple of months and it looked like they still haven't done anything to it because the lockbox is still on the door right there. But as a real estate investor, I want to give you a couple of tips. This is how you find houses when purchasing real estate on the low. Now, as you can see, as I stated, nobody probably more than likely lives here, but the garage itself, I don't know what the inside looks like, but the garage itself is extremely, I mean, it's gone, it's deteriorated. So they're gonna have to rebuild that. But you can see the brick ain't gone. You can see the external parts of the siding and things are gone, but the brick isn't. The roof pretty much looks intact for the most part. Can't see what it is inside, but of course you're going to have to replace that roof. But my point is that as a real estate investor, these are things that you look for. We just bought a fire damaged property, and I'll link that video up top. But people want to get out. They want to sell. Hopefully, preferably they had insurance, but if they didn't, they need money. They trying to get up from up under this so they can accommodate their current living condition. Now, insurance agencies are really slow with getting to the homeowner. They typically have, in my state, in Missouri here, they have at least 14 days to get something out to the recipient. They also have to do their investigation to make sure it wasn't your fault. I think this was an electrical issue or something in the garage or whatnot. So it's very key to pay attention to those things and be safe, and then reach out to the people. There are multiple ways you can do this, but the key thing is to find properties that are vacant with a lockbox on the door, that are damaged in some capacity, that haven't upkept the house. Look like they've been cutting the grass because we have had rain and things. But yeah, these people probably want to get out, and it'll be a good thing to contact them. That's what I'm going to do as a real estate investor.